Okay, it's saying, all right. Okay, it's saying it's live streaming. Okay, hold on. Then I'm gonna hit the record. This computer. All right, okay, it's saying, all right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep, I'm live streaming on YouTube. All right, so that seems to be working. All right, cool. Next, I got one more thing to do, one more thing. All right, let me drop this down. Now, I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay, let me move this over here. And let me resize this to make it fit. Okay, and then let me move this over here for now. And then I'm going to open up this chart. And then let me see if I can make this work. Okay, I hear you. Okay, I'm trying to do something. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't hold up. All right, so let me see if I can make this work. Okay, hold on. New share. Okay, there we go. So what I did was I hit this and I hit that and then I hit boom. Okay, and now let me see if y'all can see it. All right, there we go. I think it worked. Where you can see both screens. Okay, so hold on. Let me ask you guys this. I'm going to put on two different brokerages. Okay, can you guys see both screens? On the left side, you should be able to see the scanner. And on the right side, you should be able to see charts. Woo! We got it. All right, cool. All right. Cool. All right. We good. We platinum. All right, we platinum. All right, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I got a lot to cover today, so make sure you got something to write with and this and that. Also, we got a question that came in through email. So I want to make sure to honor that and answer that question as well. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not trying to give you financial advice. We're just looking at the charts and trying to see what they're trying to communicate to us. Okay, so thank you very much for that. Number two, when we do get to the question and answer period, please make sure that your background noise is under control because this is being recorded for playback and they do want to hear your question and they do want to hear my answer. The only way that's going to be possible is if I control my background noise and you control yours, because I guarantee a question that you may ask, somebody else may have already wanted to ask the same question. So don't be afraid to ask questions, especially if you're a beginner. I implore you, I beg you, if you're new, no question is a dumb question. Okay, just ask the question. Okay. Number three, next, when you're trading, please use disposable income. Disposable income simply means this: you have paid your bills on time. Okay, you have put a little bit of money away for savings, and now you've tried demo trading for a little while and had some success, and now you want to move into trading on a live account. That's good and fine, but you want to start with a reasonable amount that will not impact your family one way or the other, because like today, a news event can come out. And if it does, then okay, you lose a trade, not a big deal. You're not going to kick the dog, throw your laptop across the room, because guess what? You just used your electricity bill money, your baby Similac money, your baby mama money and all that. See, you ain't used that. Okay. It was just leftover money. It was just, I'm having a good time in the markets and we'll see. By the way, as you can see, guys, the scanner is working perfectly fine. Okay, it's working perfectly fine. All right, next, scammers. I want to make sure that you guys are aware that if anybody contacts you saying, hey, I'm Uncle P, I'm Miss Nana, I'm Miss Jenny, I'm Miss Nancy, I'm Mr. Elvis, whatever, I represent Super Easy Forex, send me some crypto, Bitcoin, send me this or that, I can trade on your behalf and blah, 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 blah. It's a lie from the pit of hell. If there's ever anything that we do, you personally will see me put out a video with my face so that you'll know it is us who are doing X, Y, Z. I have always done it over the years, and I'm continue to do that so that you'll know that it is authentically me saying these announcements. For an example, I'm working behind the scenes on the next phase to open up for more people for the signal service for the trade copier. That's down the line. We're working on the logistics of it, but once it does come out, then you'll know. Okay. So I'm working on that. So please be aware that if anybody's trying to contact you saying I'm gonna trade for you and this and that, and they send you screenshots and this and that, please do not fall for the okie dokie. Please don't. Okay? Don't. And let us know. Send us an email to superezforex.com, superezforex@gmail.com, and let us know about that. And we'll research the person. If they're in our group, we're going to kick them out instantly. They're done and never will come back again. Okay? I don't want all that foolishness. We're here to learn together. We're here to make money together. And that's it. No scammers allowed. All right? I want to welcome all new people and those who are tuning in through YouTube. By the way, if you're on YouTube, I timed it yesterday. I was practicing with it. There is a 10-second delay. So by the time as I'm speaking to you now, by the time you hear it on that end, it's going to be a 10-second delay. I don't know how to fix that. I've been trying to research how to fix that situation, but that's just the way it's functioning from the communication from Zoom onto the live YouTube channel. However, if you look into any of my current videos that I've posted, you will see the Zoom link in there along with the passcode. You can get out of YouTube and come straight into the Zoom class where I can be able to talk with you and you can raise your hand and ask questions during the Q&A. Okay, so if you're hearing that echo delay and you don't like it, then click on the links in one of my videos in the description, and it will always have the Zoom link and the passcode in there for you so you can come in here and join live. Okay. I think that's it on that end. Okay. Now, couple of more announcements and then let's get to the charts. Number one, don't forget the signal service. Ms. Jenny is still running that contest for $1,000 giveaway. So if you're still wanting to join that contest, go ahead and do that, and she'll be able to walk you through all the details and everything else. There's still time to join. Okay. I want to say thank you for everybody who purchased the Ocean Wave trading system. We're going to go over some trades today so I can show you guys some things and break it down a little bit more now that you guys have it so you can see. But I do appreciate the testimonies that has been coming in of people who have been seeing the charts completely different now and making very nice profits on it. So thank you very much. And also we're going to be this weekend or next one, I think it's scheduled this weekend or next week to start making donations back out. Because that's what you guys are helping us to do, is raise money to make donations to different organizations to it. So again, thank you for your purchase, because it's going to be able to bless a lot of different organizations. So I want to tell you that. Okay. Last but not least, if you're enjoying what we're doing here, just go and tell others, please. I want more people in this room. You know, I actually kind of do like it. I think Mr. Elvis was right. He said, open it up to the public. And I was like, well, I don't know about that, but I think I like it. However, if you want the recordings, then you have to join the Simplicity group, because I do post it in our private Telegram groups. Okay. All right. With all that being said, we're done with all that. Okay. All right. Let's get on with the getting on. Let's talk about charts. So first of all, for those who have the scanner, as you can see, it's working perfectly fine. Okay. Here's the first thing I want to help you guys with. Everybody pay attention, take note. Okay. When I first fired this thing up, you heard the ding, and you hear your computer making them sounds and just going off. Okay. Does that irritate anybody else? Type a 5 in the box if that little ding, 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 ding. It constantly just, that irritation. Type a 5 if it does. It says it irritates your family. Okay. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to fix that right now. Now, again, I always use see, there you go. Y'all seen that? See, and look, the scanner just popped up an alert on the AUD for a buy. Okay, so that dinging got to go. So how do we fix that? Here's number one. I'm going to go to this bottom corner where my sound is, but instead of clicking on it to adjust the sound, I'm going to right click. And again, I'm using a Windows computer. Okay. My son is an Apple fan. I don't like Apple at all. Too restrictive, too many problems. So for trading purposes, I'm always using a Windows-based computer, okay? It's much more easier. So if yours is different, I'm going to walk you through it using a Windows-based computer, but you can figure it out on your own if you're using an Apple product, okay? All right, so here we go. I'm going to, again, right-click on the volume. I'm going to go to Open Sound Settings. Okay, and it's going to pull up this. And as we speak, you can see my microphone is going back and forth. Okay, you're going to scroll down, and where it says Advanced Sound Options, you're going to click on this where it says app volume and device preferences. And you're going to click on that. And here you can see this is where all your sounds are. Okay, for everything. Okay, everything is here. See, my Zoom is on 100. The Zoom meeting is on 100. My recording is on 100. But here's Hugo's way. I don't want you on 100. Shut up. So I'm just going to slide it down to 0. Okay, and I'm just going to click out, and instantly you just fixed your problem. Okay, so let me do it again. I'm going to right click, go to open sound setting, scroll down to advanced sound option. I slid this over and I clicked out. It takes you less than 5 seconds to do, less than 10 seconds to get that done. Okay. And now from henceforth, we should not be hearing any noise from this account. Okay. Even if the scanner is popping off. All right. Watch the new video. There is zero reason nobody should not be getting alerts on your scanner. Okay, I did a whole brand new recording yesterday and walked through and showed clear proof that everything was working fine. So make sure you watch the video from yesterday. Re-download everything that as I showed you guys, just re-download everything. Everything is updated. We put the fixer. What the problem was, and this is for people who have the Ocean Wave thing, what happened was there's hundreds of brokers out there, broker platforms. There's hundreds of them out there. And they don't all function the same way, okay? Even though you're looking at charts, they all don't function the same way, and I'll show you proof. Have you ever worked on one broker and the spreads were one way, but then you worked with another broker and the spreads were different? Or you took a trade on one broker and it was working fine, but you take a trade on another broker and it seems it's always dragging, lagging, or whatsoever else. So what happens is each broker can use the MT4 platform, but they can behind the scenes manipulate it. Okay. And what happened was when you put the scanner in, it was supposed to read information from the Ocean Wave indicator, the encrypted one, but it cut the communication. So it's like you have a cell phone, and you have a cell phone carrier like T-Mobile, but your call got disconnected automatically. So you got the phone service, but they're not syncing up. Okay. They're not communicating. So therefore you can't make your calls. That's what was going on with the broker. Okay. The broker's platform cut off communication to our server. And so we had to find a patch for particular brokers to make sure that the connection was put back in place. And so we tested it. It worked fine on all brokers now. So make sure to go back through the video yesterday and go step by step. The other thing that's worked is an issue. Make sure you're watching this. And I covered this in the new installation video. There's another issue that went on. Some of the brokers, and let me see if I can show you guys an example of that. All right, here's a perfect example. Okay, you guys, take a look at this broker here, and then we're going to get to the charts. I just want to show you guys the difference, okay? So let me show you this. All right, if you look at this broker here, this broker has AUDCAD.I. Yeah, AUDCAD.I. But if you look at this broker here, they just have AUDCAD. Do you guys see that? So you got to make sure that when you're in this scanner, right click, go to Expert Advisor, go to Properties. And in this scanner, you see it's just listed AUD-USD, AUD-JPY, okay? But if I'm using it on this broker, I would have to go into the scanner and I would have to list it exactly how they have it, AUDCAD.I, AUD-USD.I. And so I would have to go in there and make that additional lettering inside the scanner because the scanner is only reading from these letterings here. That's all it knows. It's just what you have in here is exactly what you need to put into your scanner, and then it will work. So like Hancock is one, 8cap is another broker that has these additional letters. So make absolutely sure. And I did cover this in the installation video. So make sure to go through it. Okay. And I included some extra below bonus tips, but make sure you're adding the additional lettering behind it or else it won't work. Okay. Because the scanner is just reading exactly what these letters are saying. All right. All right. Let's move on to the charts. So let's talk about midweek reversals. Okay. First of all, let's go to the Ocean Wave system first. And the reason why I wanted to, and let me double check that you guys can see it. Yes, please do. Like I said, I retested it, checked that video out. I made absolutely certain that everything was working fine. So I know it's working now. Okay, let me make sure that I'm sharing both screens. Let me do this one more time. All right, yes, okay. So the reason why I want to share both screens is because I wanted you guys, with the Ocean Wave system, I really wanted you guys to see exactly how I wanted to show you guys exactly how I'm looking at the charts when you have two screens side by side. Now, for those who want to trade and you're using a desktop monitor, I would simply suggest use monitors if you can that are used store. Don't worry about trying to buy the most expensive thing out there. You don't need all that. I used to have one of Sony panoramic view, and I spent $1,000 for that monitor. When I moved, the thing and it was still in the box and the foam, and somehow it cracked. And I said, you know what? I'm not about to spend another G for a monitor. It looks cute, but you know what? I can get the same effect. So what I did was I went on Amazon. Hear me good, because this is a job. Okay. This is a job. You don't have to have fancy bougie stuff to make money. Okay. Save that for when you make money. Go buy something nice for yourself or a significant other. But for your job, it's just work material. So these two monitors are 27-inch monitors, curved. Okay. But I got each one of them for about $100 and something bucks off of Amazon. And I got them thin walled. Write this down. Thin walled. And that means that when you put them together, the walling or the framing around it is very thin. So once you put the two together, it's almost as if you can't see. It's almost seamless. So it gives me the same exact perspective of the charts that I did with the $1,000 monitor. I don't want you guys wasting money in this business. Okay. And if you can get some nice monitors from a used computer store, get them from there. They may sell them for $50 each. Okay. So that's why I wanted to show you guys, because what you can see with you have two monitors. Look, you can see, and let me make sure you guys can see it. Yes, you can. So when this came with a buy alert over here, okay, when it was on its uptrend, this is GBP NZD. GBP NZD for those who have the Ocean Wave. And then we're going to go back to simplicity as well. We're going to cover both. But I want to show you guys the benefit. So what happened was when this thing was here, I could see panoramically from a long distance where it was going. So when it was time for it to start coming back down, I could also see that as well. And I'm looking at it from the 1 hour time frame. This is the half and half trade, because I'm actually in this trade as we speak. And yes, I'm up down 17 pips or something. That's just 16 pips because one of the pips are for the broker spread. Here's the point. Type. Should I be panicking because I'm upside down by a few pips on this trade? Looking at this chart, looking at the half and half, looking at the MACD, is this a trade that I can stay in and just not worry about? Yes or no? Should I? Yes or no? Can I just stay in this trade and not even worry about it? Yes or no? You see how easy you can make a trade decision now using the Ocean Wave system, because I'm looking at it from the trend's perspective. So even if it pulls back a little bit, I'm not panicking because I can see the panoramic view of where this thing is going. So I don't care if it pulls back a little bit. I'm not tripping. And why am I bringing this question up first? Because Brother Mike, who can't be here today, sent in an email and he said, hey, I drive for a living. What is the best time frame to use for those who travel, who drive trucks, who travel for a living? Maybe you're an airline stewardess or a pilot or something. You can't be on the charts all the time. My answer to you is, and his question is, what was the best time frame to use? It would be, for me personally, it would be any time frame from the 30-minute time frame on up. But I would say if I had to pick any of them, it would probably be the 1 hour. Because as you can see with the 1 hour, you can really see the panoramic view. And if every candle represents an hour, that means this can go on for days. I just look, if you was in this trade here, okay, and this thing is just a drifting. All right, so you up 30-something pips already, and you just waiting for this thing to fall on down the cliff. Not a big deal. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And all you did, you got in one day and you just sit and let it ride for a week or two. because you can clearly see sometimes it may take a while before it takes off, but when it does, it can take off. Let me show you an example. If you would have took this trade here, and what date was that? That was on 8/1, okay? 8/1. This thing kept on riding up into the sunset right here. It hit to its maximum of 782 pips. And how long did that take? That took 21 days to make almost 800 pips. One trade. 3 weeks. Just imagine you just taking a trade and you just ride it and just hold it for a couple of weeks. Isn't that much easier than taking trades, 15 trades a day, struggling and panicking and pissing in your pants? Type. Isn't that easier? Yes or no? Type. Type. Why? Because I know where you're going now. The trip may be short sometimes it may be long, but in the end, at least now I know exactly where you're going. So I can take these trades, sit and go do something else, which, by the way, I'm going to tell you the truth. For some of you guys, if you do take this strategy on and you're not a person who travels all the time, I'm going to tell you exactly where your problem is. I'm going to tell you up front. Okay. I'm going to tell you up front, because for the first time you're taking trades and you have nothing else to do. You're so used to taking 20 trades a day, 10 trades a day, 5 trades and 7 trades a day. You're so used to that until when you finally get to a point where you can just take 1, 2, or 3 trades and just sit back and chill. It's going to feel quite uncomfortable to you. And you're going to feel like I need to be doing something else. And the truth is, that's where the problem is. You've always been doing too much, which is why you haven't been profitable, because you'll take 30 different trades and some will win, some would lose. And at the end of the day, you're emotionally exhausted. You have nothing to show for it at the end of the week. So now the transition of thinking into I only need to take a few trades a week and then let them ride. That's going to take some transition into thinking. So therefore, this works best for those who travel, because you have no choice but to not be around these charts, because your job requires you to be away for a while. Type of 50 if y'all understand what I said. If you're just visiting here, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the truth about you as a trader. A good coach is not going to just constantly massage your feelings. A good coach is going to get in your face and tell you exactly where the problem is, because if not, then you want somebody who's just going to make you feel good all the time. I can make you feel good, but it's not going to be good for you, because until you deal with your habits, you're going to keep repeating your bad habits no matter what trading system you get. So do you want somebody who's going to get in your face as a coach and tell you what your problem is and get you to fix that so that you can make it over to the other side and be happy for real? Or do you just want to keep on struggling, but you feel good by it because people keep patting you on the back, telling you how nice you are? And you could be a nice person, but you're horrible in here. How do I know? Because guess what? Same thing. Nobody escaped this industry without it. It requires discipline to be successful. And that requires somebody telling you where you're wrong. And in this industry, this is a treacherous industry. That's why when we make these indicators, we try to make them as simple as possible so that you'll be able to follow along with what the market is doing. Because the market don't care whether you lost every dime you got. It don't care. It will run over you and keep it moving like ain't nothing happened. So it's up to us to correct our behaviors to go in the flow of the market. Type of 100 if you understand what I'm saying. You say, I want that Deion Sanders coaching. Yeah, and I actually used to live around the corner from him. Yeah, I'm being honest. And the reason why I'm being honest with you is because I have to be honest with me. Okay? It's very tough to do full-time trading because I can take a trade like this, and as you can see, it's drifting. It's making money, but it's going to be slow. It's slow. It's just drifting. It's just drifting. Let me take y'all to a couple of more. Let's go here. Okay, look at this one. See this one? And this is why you do want to do some one-to-ones to get some money out. Okay, see, that was 229 pips, and then it drifted back up, and now it's just drifting. It's just drifting. It's just drifting along. See, look at this one, drifting, came up, and now it's drifting back along. How do I know where this is going? Because I'm looking at my money maker. It's doing a half and half. The 1 minute don't count to me. Okay, it's doing a half and half. So I know if I get into this trade, here's the down arrow, here's the MACD, half and half. I can sit in this thing and just let it chill. Because look what happens when it goes slow. Look at this, same exact thing here. Slow, and then boom, it took off and just made good money. Lord have mercy. So your job is just sit and wait. Sit and wait. Okay. Let's look at gold. Liz, look at this one. I know you like trading gold. My son, this is all he trades, is gold. Look at this. You would have got in here. MACD was in agreement. You got your half and half. Look at what happened here. Right here, that was 72 pips. You could have just took your 1-to-1. This is what I was telling you guys. If you're going to do this, take 1 trade or 2 trades. You know, if you want to just have 1 trade for your 1-to-1, and then the second one, just let it be whatever, you know, just let it drift. And this thing came and it drifted, and then boom. And then this morning, boom, that's 178 pips to that spike point where it happened today, this morning. So how long did it take? Let's bring up Control Y, which is going to bring your day separators. So you got in here, you probably hit your 1-to-1 right there. So you're good there. But your second one is just drifting. So that's day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days on your second position made 178 pips. Is that not bad? That's pretty good. Would you guys agree? Type of 75 if you agree. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. See, you just got to get used to just not doing. You got to get used to not trading so much. That's the problem. Can you do it? I don't know. Can you? Let's look at it from the 4-hour. Okay. Look at this. Drifted. Major money. Major. Look at when it came up. And then let's switch over to the other charts. Look at this. Major move up. Major money. Major. And see, the higher the time frame, the more you can really see what is really going on. So now look when it drifted the last time. Imagine you got in and this created 400 pips for you. Then it came too far. Remember what I told you guys, when you're using this system, this is critically important. When it drifts too far away from the main wave, it's going to find its way back to it, which is what this did. It created 400 pips. Then it came back and drifted back to the main wave, came up, and now it's just resuming back down again. And what do? Look at right here. Follow the money maker. Follow the money maker. Okay. Now let's look at something else, and then let's switch over to the other. I think it was because I wanted to take these, but news was coming out. And I said, no, I'm going to chill until after news. Look at that. And this thing actually made some money on that spike right there. Why? Look at the money maker. I'm trading with the trend. Wow. See, I should have took it because it actually spiked. I could have made some quick pips on this one. I've been, what, 30? Yep, about 30 quick pips, just that fast. So when the news came out, it actually went with the same direction as what? The overall trend. Did you all see that? I'm going to repeat it. When the news spike came out, it actually went with the overall trend. The trend was my friend because I knew when to get in. See? So I would have got in right here. The arrow was right here. MACD agreement. Moneymaker says all day long, we're heading upwards. So when that little quick spike came up, boom, quick 30. Standard lot, that would have been $300 real quick and you're done for today. You out. Okay, everybody with me? Everybody with me? Somebody said USD JPY. Take a look. Take a look. What does this moneymaker say? Type. Up or down? Up or down? Type. Up or down? See, one of the reasons we built this is to remove as much human decision-making as much as possible. Okay, because some of you guys, you want to trade with the trend, but as I told somebody who was you'll see this in an interview, he asked me during that. I said, the fact is, if the trend is your friend, then why everybody losing in the retail space? understand what I'm saying? This is just, come on now. That's real talk. If the trend is our friend, then why is there so many people still losing in the retail space? I said because, as I state with this system, the trend is your friend only if you know when to get in. If you don't know when to get in, the trend will be treacherous to you because you're getting in on midweek reversals, which is why we're going to switch over to the other system and check the simplicity, because that's what I do. I switch over to simplicity, sexy analyst simplicity combo during the midweek for the reversals. Okay. But look at this. For the news itself, look what happened. Here, you would have got in, and look what happened. This little spike, and it looks little here, and that's what I like about it. It's very deceiving, but that was another 37 pips. The reason why I like these small candles is because it... Hear me good? Everybody listening to me, hear me good. Why do I like these small candles? Why did I tell you in the instructions to shrink this screen? Why did I tell you to do all that? Because it takes away the fear of trading. I will repeat this again. You know why people are having a hard time making decisions on trades? Because you're afraid. You're looking at all these different patterns. Is it a head and shoulders, a double bottom, double top? Is it a this? Is it a that? And you're afraid because guess what? Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. Well, the last time I took a double top or a double bottom, or I took the market makers method strategy. See, what happens is when you're looking at all these different patterns, it confuses you. But if you had a way to just strip that away primarily and reduce it to its granular status, such as, okay, it's simply moving in one direction or it's moving in another. And all I need to know is follow the moneymaker. That simplifies my decision making because I'm not concerned about whether it's a double bottom, double top, triple bottom. If it's a supply and demand zone, that's good for midweek reversal. But if I'm going to be trend trading, I don't need it. I just need to see where's the road going. Type of amen if you're with me so far. Come on, type. I need your feedback because, again, I don't know if I'm teaching you what you need to know unless you give me that feedback, okay? Because not everybody's on the same level. But I'm trying to explain to you why we design things in the trading space like we do, because it's constantly trying to remove the barriers that's holding back the average retail trader. And part of that is, I don't know, I always heard the trend is my friend. But if that's the case, why have I been losing so many trades, even when I'm trying to trend trade? Because if you don't know when to get in, the trend is not your friend. That was a lie. It was a lie. It was a lie. I'm just going to be honest. It was a lie. It was a lie. And I'm trying to fix that. From this 1 hour time frame, going back to answering Mike's question, from this 1 hour time frame with all the pullbacks and everything else, all that little news events and this and that, can you still see exactly where this thing was trying to go? Yes or no? Type. Is it not clear that this was clearly an uptrend? How could you have not seen it? It's the question you need to ask yourself. When this came in for the 1 hour, you could have got in and then just rode this thing. Watch this. Somebody type, keep notes for me. Okay. This thing kept on going, hit the neutral zone, but guess what? The next arrow said, nope, it ain't done yet. And at its peak right here on the first peak, that was 512 pips, one trade. Then it slowed back down, hit neutral, but it said, nope, we're not done yet. Now, if you would have got in on this one, yes, you would have lost because guess what? It went down for a small pullback. That was like 163, okay? But then guess what? The next arrow came in and said, hold on, the trend ain't over yet. And look, 156 pips. So guess what? That 163 got made back almost to the penny on this one. And it kept on going. See, look, kept on going. This is why I said, make sure you're closing out. So guess what? This one created another 169 pips at its peak right here. Now, here's the problem. Do you know when the peaks or the lows is actually finished? No, we don't know. So that's the reason why you can enter in multiple positions. Let the first one be your main one. Get your one-to-one out, which was the question last week. Get your one-to-one out of the way and let the second one be the runner. Let it just run. And you can constantly keep moving your stops underneath the main wave. See, here's the first wave, move it up to the next 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 wave. And right here, you probably would have got stopped. And that's okay. But you've already made good money on it, on your second position. Because we don't know when this is going to stop. Then guess what? It pulled back a little bit, and then this one came in. And look, you held it, it went sideways, and then boom, this news event came out, and that was about 50 or 60 pips again. And how did I know which way to go? Because I was always looking at my moneymaker. I knew where you were going. I don't have to doubt anymore. The fear has been taken away. Everybody clear on what I'm saying? You have to know where this thing's going. If you're going to trend trade, all right. Now you know. If this is looking confusing down here, then I ain't fooling with you up here. If this is looking all right to me down here, then I'll fool with you up here. I'm going to acknowledge my lower indicators before I acknowledge price action up here. I can't tell you the number of people want to keep arguing about price action, price action, price action. No. No, I need to know where is the market heading. Then I'll look back up here. And if there's an agreement between here and down here, we cool. But if there's an agreement here, but there ain't no agreement down here, then guess what? I'll wait for the next one. The problem is in the retail space, we have no patience. Zero. We don't wait for nothing. And yet we keep wearing ourselves out. And at the end of the week, we have nothing to show for it. Would it have been better for you to have taken at least 3 or 4 trades for the whole week and show profitability than to have taken 50 trades for the whole week and you got nothing to show for it except for anger and frustration? Some of you guys are tired. You're exhausted. These charts have exhausted you. And that's why I built this one. So it can take away all that. I don't even care about majority. Let me show you guys this. Let me see if I can find one. Let's go to gold again. All right. This one, this is the only pattern I really look for. 30-minute time frame. Okay, see, I knew it was going to come back. See, I was hoping you wouldn't. We're going to switch to the regular simplicity charts because you could have been making money on this one. Okay, on going back up because it is what time is what day of the week is it, family? Those who are in my group, you should know. Type. What is it? Come on, type. There you go. There you go. If you are new to my group, this is why you need to come and learn. They know exactly what it is. Midweek reversals. We're expecting you to come back up because you drifted too far away from the main wave. It's midweek reversal and boom. So we're going to go to this and we're going to examine gold. Okay, so here's the deal. It's been drifting. I expected you to come and pull back. So I'm not trying to sell you at this moment. I know eventually you're going to go back. Why? Because I have the moneymaker. But let's switch hats and let's take a look at gold. Okay, here's gold on the 4-hour. I see it sitting on my channel, sitting on support. So what do I expect it to do? Hopefully hit support and then come back up. Okay, so I'm going to be cautious. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong pair. Wrong one. That was UCAD. Okay, look at there. Here's gold. Here's gold. I knew you were going to do this. See, you're not surprising me. You're sitting on the strong support level. Y'all see this? Go to your 1 hour. For those who have the Sexy Analyst Simplicity, go to your 1 hour. Okay. Here's your 15-minute arrow. It created the dot because it pulled back, but it was still valid because it was still in that range. Okay. Same thing on the 30-minute. You see it? It did that sharp pullback. That's the only reason why it left a evidence dot to let you know, hey, there was an arrow here, but because it pulled back because of that news event, I was expecting this to happen. I was expecting it. Why? Because it's midweek reversal. I know exactly what you're doing. You're sitting on strong support. You're going to push back up. And then once you hit back, I'm going to switch back over and trend trade your behind, right on back down again. See, now I know when it's going to reverse because I have a system that shows me when the market's reversing, but I also have a system that shows me when it's trending. So think of it like this. Your car does not have just a gear called drive. It also have a gear called reverse, does it not? Type a yes if I'm right. Come on, talk to me. This is going to be a very, very deep class for you guys, especially if you're brand new, because ain't nobody taught this. As a matter of fact, that interview I did, he said, ain't nobody taught me this stuff like you. I said, I know. This is why the average retail trader is losing. Come on, follow me. Follow me. If your car sometimes have to go and drive, which is trend trading, okay? Always, if you're going and drive in the markets, that's trend trading. But there will be times where you have to back that thing up. And that's called reversals. And if you can't see, watch this. You have on your windshield, you have two mirrors. You have or two pieces of glass. The first one is designed so that you can see the broader perspective. This is what this is for. It shows you the broader perspective of where you're driving to. Where's the market driving itself to? Okay, where are you going? And you can clearly see this one is trying to drift downward. Okay. But during midweek reversal, when it wants to do some pullbacks of the overall trend, then I have to be able to look in the rearview mirror. If your car did not have that rearview mirror, or like some of these now fancy cars, they have the reverse cameras in the back where you can see the screen and you get to see to make sure that while you backing that thing up, you know, it's always somebody. And you know what? Let me say this. Hold on, freaks. Y'all ever been to the grocery store and the people see you backing up in the grocery parking lot and they stupid behind still gonna walk right past your car while you backing up, knowing full well they see you backing up. And then if you do hit they behind, they want to sue you like it was your fault. Anybody ever had that? Type of 200 if that ever happened to you. And thank God for that camera, or your neck twisting real good to look in the back because you and you blow your horn. What the heck? I know you see me backing up. That ever happened to y'all? Oh, this is TRUTH. This is truth. This is truth. And had you not had the rearview mirror or the backup camera, you would have hit them and they would have sued you and won, even though it was their stupidity. But you had the tools necessary to make a decision. Why? The big glass called your windshield helps you see the panoramic view of what's in front of you. But I can't use it all the time. That's why they gave you what's called a rear view mirror or a backup camera. And now they even equip them with alert systems. So in case you backing up, it's letting you know you're finna hit a fool. You're finna hit a fool who's trying to sue you. Stop the car. Stop the car. Come on, Jesus, ain't that the truth? They equip your car because they know you can't always go and drive. Or let me rephrase that. You can't always go in trend only. You have to know when the market is trying to do reversals. And you have to have the tools necessary to see it. Type of 15 if all this is making sense. Yeah, you finna hear the phone. You finna hear the phone. Be irritating me. Lord have mercy. Jesus, hold my tongue. Oh, I get furious when I see people doing that. Or them cars, they see you backing up and they zoom around you and blow their horn at you like it was your fault. Oh, you see me backing up. Why would you? Oh my God, that irritates me. But the point is, thank God I have the equipment in my car to see appropriately what's going on for my protection when it's time for me to back up. So why did I create this system and why did I create the Ocean Wave? The Ocean Wave was specifically to help you see when the market is trying to trend. Now the trend is your friend. But now that it's midweek reversal, I need to constantly check this. Now, it's not to say that this won't continue down in the trend, but at least I need to check if and see if it fits within the parameters of what we look for, which is primarily like our 415 setups and stuff like that. Okay. So if it is in a 415 setup on the 4 hour, I'm really not interested in remaining in the trend trade. I'll cut this trade and go somewhere else. If it keeps on going, well, praise God. But at least I knew that I was able to see where this thing was going. Okay, so let's see if we see any 415ers. If we didn't see any, then we ain't worry about it. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go to the 4 hour. Let's check and see. If it ain't in the box, then I'll keep on going with the trend. That's cool with me. But if it does hit it, okay, I got to be careful. So for an example, right here, here was, okay, this one was a little bit dangerous. Why? Because I knew it was sitting at the bottom of this 4 hour. AUD USD. Everybody see that? Type yes if you can see it on my screen. So it's not to say it can't continue in the trend, but it's just to say I need to be cautious if I do, because it ain't got that much further to go. And if it's sitting on midweek reversal, I really need to be careful. That's all it says. Okay. Let's check another. Okay. Let's keep checking. Okay. This one is sitting tight up there. This is a Swiss JPY. Let's switch over to this one. Okay. Let's go for the 1 hour. And you can see it's stuttering on the 1 hour. See, it dropped hard right from this arrow. Could you have made some pips? Yeah, that was about 111 pips on that one drop alone. But then it stopped and pulled back. Okay. So now that it's midweek reversal, okay, I need to be careful because it's sitting up in that box, up in that zone. So I need to be careful about trend trading. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, with trend trades. Let me rephrase that. Yes, with trend trading, because this thing could come back this way. But if that's the case and it's going in the downward direction, that's perfectly fine with me because these are in agreement. It's saying this wants to go down and this one's saying it wants to eventually hit this and possibly go down. So I just have to be patient, wait for a nice setup, and there we go. Why would I not take this trend trade yet? Look at my screen and tell me why. Type. Why? What's the problem? If you're going to see why that money, well, why? What's the problem? Monica got it first. You got it. The moneymaker is confused. The moneymaker is confused. So if it's confused, so am I. I'm on to the next trade. I don't want it. You got it. It's mixed up. Okay. Mixed up. It's not a half and half. This is called confusion. This will help save your bacon. Why? Because if you're confused, then so am I. Okay. Let's take a look at this. See this USD JPY? Is this confused? Absolutely not. Is this confused? Come on, type. Take a look at this one right here. Is this confused? Yes, it's confused. This one is straight telling you we up in here. We up in here. Okay. This one is saying we up in here. The only one that was in neutral territory was the 1 hour, but you can see, and according to the rules, price action was above the neutral zone, so it still fit. There's no confusion here. But right here, you're a little confused, bro. So let me wait until you straighten things out a little bit, and then I'll come back and visit you. In the meantime, I'm good. I'll move on to the next one. Okay. Now let's get back, see if we find any more 415ers. Okay. See how that one bounced? Once it hit that multiple times, man, I ain't going for no trend trade. I don't care what you say. I ain't trend trading that. By the way, I did post in our Telegram group. You see that this one hit my take profit. Okay. And then I took my money and ran. Why? Because I knew it was hitting into midweek reversal. I just want to be careful. Okay. And that was this trade right here. And I posted it before it hit take profit, and I posted it after. As you can see here, see, it takes a while, and then boom, now it's going back into confusion. So I don't need no more on this. I'm good. We're still looking for a reversal. This one is getting close. Okay. Still looking. Notice this week, it wasn't too many. Not this week. And that's great. I'm okay with that. Look at this. Let's take a look. Confusion. See, confusion on both. Leave it alone. Don't force it. I still don't see a 415er. Oh, there we go. All right. Now this one is one I wouldn't fool with it. Look at this. NZD CAD. For those who have the sexy simplicity, NZD CAD. See, look, news came out and then it still came right back up. See, I'm not fooling with this one, not for a trend trade. I'm not going to touch it for a trend trade. You see how much support this thing is sitting on the 4 hour? The only thing I want to do with this is buy. I don't want to trend trade. Y'all see that? Type of 20 if you can see that. This is midweek reversal time. I'm going, before I take a trend trade, I'm going to check and see if it's in the midweek reversal areas. If it is, I don't want to take the trend trade. And I know we got visitors, so let me say this. What is the midweek reversal? Okay, let's take a step back. And those who have the Ocean Wave system, you see it was explained in detail. I'm not going to go over that in major details, but for those who's new, just to help you out. Some of you guys are constantly looking for tops and bottoms, supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels. That's quite common for retail traders. Would you guys agree? Type a 60 if you agree. Okay, somebody said the screen is really small. Okay, let me do this. Hold on. New screen share. I'm just going to share screen number 1 only. No, just number 1. Okay, and let me do this. Okay. Let me just double check just to make sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to switch this up. Okay, yeah, cool. All right, so now you should only be seeing 1 screen. Would you agree? Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right. Give me a second. Let me move all this stuff over here. All right, here we go. So you should be able to see it better now. Okay, you should be able to see it better. Okay, cool. All right. Have a good one, D. Thank you. All right. So watch this, you guys. Now you should be able to see this. Okay. We have our simplicity zones. Here's the 4 hour zone. Very clear that it's consistently bouncing in a strong support level. Okay. When did this happen? Today is Wednesday. When did this start happening? If today is Wednesday, when did it start bottoming out? When do you guys think? Yes, correct. Midweek. What day? What day? There you go, Charlie. Tuesday. It started bottoming out on Tuesday. Midweek reversal, right? Dude, if you don't get nothing else from me, you better learn this, because I promise you, I have yet to hear any Forex teacher talk about this at all. And this is so important to your Forex journey. I have zero idea why ain't more people talking about it. Because you can have the best strategy on the planet, but the problem is you keep applying it at the wrong time. And that's because nobody is telling you the timing of the market itself. That's why I said when this interview come out, make sure to watch the full interview. Because this is the part that every retail trader on the planet, almost every retail trader is messing this up because nobody is teaching this. That's why the average retail trader's numbers of failure is so astronomically high, no matter how many trading systems you get. This is why if you're going to buy my Ocean Wave, go through the tutorials. Do not buy my system and then skip to the bottom, download the system, and then go to email 30 emails asking questions. Go through the tutorials, because this is where I'm teaching you this in depth. Now, I'm just going to do an overview on this. Watch this. Okay, watch this. If that means that this thing was now bottoming out starting yesterday on Tuesday, what was it doing prior? Type, 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 type. Thank you, Donna, for real. Oh my God. Some of the email questions we get. Liz, you got it first. You're correct. What was it? Look, where was it going this whole time? Down. It was trending down. So if that meant what it was telling you is this thing is just trending, 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 and then boom, midweek, it started finding its bottom, and then it started shooting up. Midweek reversal. Reversal from what? The overall direction of the trend. It was reversal. It's reversing now. The overall trend was heading down until midweek. Now it wants to pop up. So that's why I switched from being a trend trader to looking for reversals just to make sure. Because if I could be in a trend trade when it wants to go in reverse. So I have to check this one first to see, is it time to look in my rearview mirror? That's like a person who's supposed to be backing the car up, but they're constantly looking forward and keeping the car in drive. You're going to hit something, fool. Are you guys understanding what I'm saying here? You have to know the direction of the market, and then you apply your strategy or your trading system or indicators. Otherwise, it won't work. Now, here's where it gets bigger. Watch this. This is going to be real good. The average retail trader blows their account on Sundays and Mondays. Watch this. Think about your own account. How many times have you opened your account, you funded your account, you waited for the market to open? Watch this. And then on Sunday, the market's open. My group knew don't do that until now. Now you know why I said it, because you got another system. You can clearly see what was been happening this whole time to the average retail trader. Now that you have the ocean wave, you can see it now. But before, you couldn't see it. So I have been explaining this to you guys for years, but now you can actually see it happening. So remember, I told you guys one of the worst days to trade for the average retail trader is Sunday and Monday. Now that you have the ocean wave, my best days of trading is Sundays and Mondays going into Tuesday. It's just like giveaway money because I have the right tools. The average retail trader marks up their charts. Promise you I ain't lying. When the average retail trader who marks up their charts, what are they marking up? Supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels. Am I not right? Come on, talk to me. Am I right on that? Yes or no? Come on, talk to me. I want this feedback. I want to make sure y'all hearing what I'm saying, because I'm trying to save you from getting your behind to up ever again. You don't have to like me. Just like the information because of your own personal experience. When you are taught to mark up your charts, you are marking up your supply and demand zone, your support and resistance levels, and your trend lines. Those are the primary things. And why are you doing that? Because you're typically being taught, watch this, and there's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're doing that at the right time. So with supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels, all these different things, it's teaching you to try to catch the tops and the bottoms and then catch it on the reverse. That's what it's teaching you. The problem is that does not work when the market wants to go in the trend. So you're marking your charts up all weekend long. The market opens up on Sunday and Monday, and it wants to stay in a trend direction, but you're trying to catch it as a reverse. And you're getting lit up. Now you know why you've been losing all this time. Now you know. Loved one, let me tell you this. If you're going to be a reversal trader, meaning you're trading from supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels, and this and that, don't even think about touching these charts until midweek. Primarily, Wednesday is good, but you can't start as early as Tuesday. But Sundays and Mondays is completely, hear me good, from henceforth, it is off limits to you as a reversal trader. Somebody type in the box, no more. Type, 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 type. No more. No more. No more. Don't waste your time. Here's what happened to me. No more. Here's what happened to me. Why did it take me so many years? Because nobody's teaching this. And I would spend all freaking weekend long. It still makes me angry. I would spend all weekend long mark up your charts. And how do the average retail trader mark up their charts? In a way that teaches you where to trade reversals. Is there anything wrong with that? Yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, it's wrong because I'm doing it on the wrong day. I could have saved so much time and hung out with Nancy and family and friends instead of sitting for hours marking up each and every one of them freaking charts, double checking them, and still scared whether I'm making the right decision, only for the market to open and blow my account on Sundays and Mondays. Come on, Jesus, type 100 in the box if I'm talking truth. Don't try to act like I'm the only one. Don't act like I'm the only one. Come on, talk. Come on out there. Come out the closet. Come out the closet. Tell the truth up in here. You did too, and probably still doing it. Why? Because ain't nobody teaching you the truth. You're wasting your time marking up charts over the weekend. It's a complete waste of time. You got weekend gaps because just because your broker closed at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, you couldn't trade, but that didn't mean the impactable news and other things that move currencies was not still in play over the weekend. So as soon as that broker opens up on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, first of all, the broker is suckering you because they always open up their broker spreads. Price action ain't even got to move and get the broker spread is about 15, 20 pips, especially on the G pairs. And they call it in professional trading amateur hour because they know amateurs are going to come in rubbing your hands together in the market. First of all, you done marked up your charts and you shouldn't have because it's not going to go in reversal until what? Midweek. But here you come with your reversal strategy self, and then you doubled down and opened up some trades at the first hour of the trading day. And I've been telling you guys for years on YouTube and in this class, don't you ever touch these trades for the first hour of the trading day, which starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 6. It is called amateur hour because your broker suckers you. They open up the spreads and take your money. And here you go with your little 10 pip stop loss self, and the broker opened up the spread by 15 to 20 pips, and the price action didn't even move, and you still lost. This is truth. That's truth. Type 150 if you know I'm telling the truth. You don't have to like me, but at least I'm telling you the truth. That's the truth. So from the gate, the moment you marked up your charts and was prepared to take trades on Sunday, you already were defeated before you even got started. I know it, the brokers know it, the market makers know it, but you didn't know it. They took you. You're free money to them. And nobody says nothing. You scour the internet and you tell me who's teaching this. All these gurus out there, you tell me who's teaching you this. If you don't get nothing else ever again from me, at least that alone is going to teach you how to not get taken advantage of ever again. Because now you understand why your account is empty by the time good setups come in, where it really is reversing off the supply and demand zones, supporting resistance levels and all those things. When that actually is happening, you don't have no money in your account. And now you pissed. Because you're like, I knew it was going to happen. You were right the whole time. You were just wrong on the day when you decided to do it. If it was me going back over this again and I was going to be this person, why do you think I created simplicity with the zones, the sexy analyst with the supply and demand zones? Why do you think I put it in there? Because I don't need to look at this until midweek, because that's the only time when the market is ready to technically be able to hit these levels and reverse and bounce up off of them. Other than that, it's trying to stay in the trend. Remember, I told you the trend is not your friend if you don't know when to get in. Because if you're marking up your charts for supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels, that is not trend trading, friend. That's called reversal trading. So see, the market is trying to go in the trend. You're set up to try to do reversals. You were bamboozled before you opened your trade on Sunday. They've been had you checkmated. You just didn't know it. It's like a 10-year-old trying to play a 80-year-old chess player. They've been had you. And nobody says nothing. And this has been going on forever. How do I know? Because they was taking mines too. I didn't know. I had the right strategy, but I was applying it on the wrong day. I didn't know. Because see, nobody was teaching me away from indicators, charts, technical analysis, and these strategies. Take all of that away, and let's just get to the bare bones. Let's look at our business partner. Who is your business partner? It is the market itself. How much time have you taken just to simply examine how the market itself works? The average retail trader never did. They were never taught. Take all these strategies away. How does the market flow itself? This is why I call it the ocean wave, because on certain days they want to wave into the trend and certain days they want to go back and reverse. So if you're a person who marks up charts for supply and demand zones, then what day do the market agree with that method? That's called reversal trading, and it will happen when? Type. If you're a person who marks up charts with supply and demand zones, support and resistance levels, that is reversal trading. Then what days do the market agree with that strategy? Type. Come on, talk to me. I'm trying to help you here. Midweek, you got it. So there's no need henceforth ever again to sit there marking up charts all weekend long. Quit it. Spend time with your family or with yourself. Spend time with God. Go do something completely different. You shouldn't even be marking up charts until at least Monday, late Monday, going into Tuesday morning. Then you come and mark up charts. Other than that, go live your life. Go live your life. Thank you, Monica. I haven't either. She said, I haven't marked charts since she joined Super Easy. That's because I designed these systems to be there so you can clearly see what the market is willing to do. And with this trade here, it didn't start setting up until yesterday, which is midweek, Tuesday. Let's look for some more. As you can see, this week, it wasn't that many. As you can see, these are trending. See, most of them are trending. So if you were to stay with the trend, now look at this. Look at this one. USD JPY. See, it retested. Let's take a look at why it stopped here. USD JPY. See, it may go a little bit further, but now you can see why it spiked that candle and came right back down. Why? It's getting rejected. Why? Because it's a potential for a reversal. When? What day is this? What day? Can you not see the zones? You see the supply and demand zone? I got mine's grayed out because I don't like all them different colors. But if I was to go into the sexy analyst, let's go here. And let me change that color. Y'all can see all this. It's right here in your face. Okay, I'm just going to make these a different color so y'all can see it. Okay, I'll make them purple. The whole system is built to show you what you need to know. Okay. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Hold on. And put this back. Put it back. Now, can you see the simplicity zone, the master zone? And then you have your smaller supply demand zone. All of them are saying it's slowing down because guess what? It's retesting this high. It tested once, twice, and now here it comes a third time. If I'm going to be in this trade, I may hold it a little bit longer for the trend, but am I going to hold it thinking it's going to go another 200 pips? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, of course not. Can it do that? Yeah, it can. But am I going to be a little leery and concerned? Absolutely. Why? Because now it's the time for that strategy you had. Supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels. I see it now. Picture clear. Picture clear. So yes, it can go further and retest all the way to this top. It can retest. Get you another 20, 30 pips or so. Yeah, it can still do that. Yeah, I can. But do I expect it to give me another 100, 200 pips? Everything is screaming, hold up, player. Why? What day is it? Midweek. So now you know what is going on. You're not blind anymore. And that's the importance of having the right tools. This is why I never hesitate on investing into my trading tools, because they help to make money, because now I can see what the market is doing. And I don't just watch this. Just the time alone of me never having to mark up charts again, the amount of time, the hours upon hours upon hours I spent marking up charts, what is your time worth? And now I know when to apply it. Look at this. It's topping out midweek. So what happened to all the traders who were trying to do a reversal trade early on? How many people lost? All of them. All of them. They all lost. And it's sad. What did this tell you? What did this moneymaker tell you? It was sitting there telling you the story the whole time. See, when they did that one pullback, everybody thought that was it. Nope, it came right back up. And that's why I said, looking at this, would I take that reversal yet? No, not yet. Why? Because reversal window is over. London's about to close and US about to close. It's about to go back into the trend. So this thing can easily come back up and retest and hit the level. See, you can see it. You can see it. I'm not afraid anymore. I know what you're doing. All right. I think that's enough teaching for today. So if you have questions, by the way, if you're on YouTube and watching, there's a 10-second delay from the time that I'm talking to the time you're hearing it, but you can always grab the Zoom link out of one of my videos in the description below, and you'll see, let me see something. Yeah, it's in this description as well. Hold on one second. Yeah, the link is right there. So even in this live Zoom, there's a link in there where you can click on that to get into the Zoom, because I'm about to go into the Q&A section. And if you have any questions, you can actually talk to me directly, okay? Because there's a lot of discussion points in the chat, but I would prefer to talk to you directly, okay? So let me go ahead and get to hands. But before I take hands, just type a 10 in the box if this was very helpful to you. I want to make sure this is helpful. That's the only reason I'm doing these classes. I've never charged for my classes, and I never will. I'm simply here to help teach you guys so that your journey won't be so treacherous like mine was, because it's nothing more painful for you to have studied and studied and studied and studied and studied, invested into this, that, and the other, and you still keep falling flat on your face simply because one important component of this whole story has never been told to you. That's like a child growing up with some parents only to find out that they're not his real parents. He was adopted. It's not that he don't love the parents. It's just that he's now in pain because the whole time he thought these people were my birth parents. And now you withheld important information from me. And not that I wouldn't have stayed with you, but it would have been nice to know that I had other people out there. That is painful to a person, to a child. And that's the same way you possibly can feel when you've been trading for so long, investing in all these strategies and all these different indicators and all this stuff, and not a single person told you that the day that you're using this, you should only use them on this day. I have bought tons of indicators, EAs, and everything else. More than the average person. I probably have more than y'all. And I guarantee not a single one of them mentioned anything about what days and times is the best time to use their indicators. None of them. None. And so here I go looking at this indicator. It looks real nice and easy to use. And then I go apply it and I still was losing as if it was just like all the others. It wasn't that they didn't work. It was just that I was using them at the wrong time. Here I am trying to be a primary in my head. I'm a reversal trader. So here I go trying to reverse trade on Sunday and Monday and keep blowing up my accounts. And then I get pissed and dump that indicator or that trading system and I purchase another one and another and another and another. Why? Because it was one critical piece of information that they should have told me and they didn't. And some of you guys are repeat customers at the same place because they're not teaching you what you need to know. And that's the market itself. So don't tell me about price action indicators or anything else until you can understand the day of the week when the market wants to trend trade and when it wants to reverse. Now, next week, we can go further into this education because that is just the weekly cycle, but it also has a daily cycle, and we can talk about that next week as well. Okay, so let me get to hands. Let me kind of find that. Give me a second, and let's get to hands. All right. Reg, go ahead and unmute. Reg.
Good morning.
What up, brother?
How are you, sir?
Hey, man, what's happening? Talk to me.
All right. My tweet, take a look at CAD JPY on a possible reversal, please.
Yes. All right. So look at what happened prior, though. And I want to show you guys. This is midweek, but look what you could have done prior. This is why I said learn it first. What did this tell us? All day long, nothing but a buy. Okay. So now you could have made 85 pips on that one trade. I'm gonna hit Control Y. How many days will it take him? Right here, 2 days.
Monday, okay, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday and Tuesday. All right, so now let's switch sides, go to the nothing. And now let's see if this one's topping out.
Well, that's USD JPY. Oh, there it is.
Yep, I got you. So right here, yes, it's topping out. So I will be careful. I will be careful for a possible pullback. It's not to say it won't go further, but I'm saying you can see it stalling out here. So what would I do with this one? I already ate about 85 pips up off of this. I would just take my 85 and keep it moving. I wouldn't fool with this one.
Okay.
Not for a trend trade. And as far as the reversal, it looks okay, but number one, we don't have our arrow yet.
Right.
Minute, so I will wait for that. And if it does pull back, it may pull back to a certain level, and then it may shoot back up and continue. But either way it goes, yes, this one looks like it's setting up for the midweek reversal. I will simply wait for my arrow on the 15-minute, and this will be a nice little 415er and collect my pips and run.
All right. So yeah, technically we still in midweek reversal because today is Wednesday and we still got one more day to go, correct?
That is correct. You got it, my brother. Now we're thinking on the same page.
All right.
Listen, please, no more typing questions in the chat. Raise your hand because the chats, it's hard for me to read all the comments, and I prefer to answer you so I can really understand your question. So just go ahead and raise your hand, and I'll get to you. Okay. So yeah, did that make sense, brother?
Yeah, and it also looks like it looks like a 415 as well.
That's what I'm saying. It does look like a 415. That's why I said wait for your arrow and collect some pips if it goes down. Okay, collect some pips.
All right.
Even try to hold it for a long time going that way because it still looks like from this one that it can potentially keep on moving further. See it was sideways, and then it did a broke out on the 1 hour. 4 hour. But so on this one, it has a history of going up, popping up, and doing what? Pop up and then pull back down a bit. Look at this, pops up and pulls back to the main wave. Okay, so it's still hovering. So this one, why would it reverse? Let's talk about that. You brought up a good point. Why would this one even reverse in the first place? Looking at it from the ocean wave, for everybody who has it, what is the problem? It's too far away from the main wave. So what does it do every time it gets too far from the main wave? It finds a reversal back to it. So if there is a reversal, yeah, it will be trying to get itself back to the main wave. And there you go.
Okay, let me take a look at this for a while, please.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Let me take some more hands in the meantime.
Okay.
All right. And I'll leave that chart up. All right, let's go to Monica. Unmute. Go ahead, sis. Hey,
Hey, Uncle P.
what up? What up? What up?
It's been a while since
Yeah,
I've been on the mic.
yeah. Come on the mic.
So I wanted to say hi. I
Hey,
wanted to say thank you for everything, the talks,
yeah.
because like I appreciate them. Since my dad passed, it's like I come to you as like that father figure and I get all my wisdom.
Oh, cool, cool.
Uh,
Thank you.
yeah, this system is magic. The ocean wave is like simplicity gave me 20/20 vision. This was LASIK surgery, like it's HD. It's another level.
Yeah, I would actually agree. Yeah.
So my question is about the timing. Now I watched the tutorials like a million times, but still, because there was like a lot of different times. It's 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so I just want to make sure I'm clear. When it comes to reversals, typically do they end every day at 10 a.m. or
Yes.
are you specifically looking?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you can see right now, let's go back here to this one because this is a reversal day. Okay. So now the market is starting to slow down. Whatever reversals it was going to do, it's done. Okay. Once it's done with that, what do you think it's going to go back into? And we're going to talk more about this next week, by the way, which is
Okay.
like a daily cycle. So make sure you attend next week. But at this point, me looking for reversal trades,
Mhm.
no. Because when we talk about the weekly, the daily cycle next week, you're going to see that actually for reversal traders, not only is it only a few days when it happens, but even on those days, there's only a small number of hours when those reversals take place. So as a reversal trader, this is going to be a blessing for you because now you're going to finally realize I've been doing way too much.
Mhm.
True. Because once you understand the market's cycle at its finest points, you begin to see it only was, if I'm a reversal trader, meaning I trade off the supply and demand zone, support and resistance levels and stuff like that, that's reversal trading. Okay. I'm trying to find the tops and bottoms of the market. It's only going to happen just a couple of days a week. And even on those certain couple of days a week, it's only going to happen only for a few hours. So realistically, as a reversal trader, you barely need to be on these charts, which is not what we've been doing. Okay. As far as trend trading, watch this. And we'll go more deeper because I don't want to give up all the cookies.
Mhm.
Today. But the truth of the matter is, and I just want to put a feeder out there just to tickle your taste buds for a moment. If that means the market only reverses for a small window of time throughout the week, then what is it doing for the rest of the week primarily?
It's trending. But I've been riding the reversals.
If I can catch them. If I can catch them. But if not, then at least I know when I'm supposed to look. So the principles that we are taught with the Simplicity Sex Analyst still is in play because as we can see, look what happened. Look what happened. This is midweek, and a lot of these pairs that have been shooting up. Aren't they starting to slow down? Yes. Why? Because it's midweek. Okay. It's midweek.
Okay.
And what happens is let's go to the A pairs. I've seen this because I want to show y'all. Okay. Once it does hit that midweek reversal, sometimes it does not come back, does it?
Mm-mm.
It starts to constantly keep going. And that's when you see the half and halves on the ocean wave because it's telling you it's half and half. Why? Because the higher time frames still say it's in the, in this situation, the higher time frames it's saying it's still downtrend, but now on the lower time frames, the half and half, they're all showing, hey, this thing is changing direction.
Boom, you just answered my second question.
Mhm.
That was a good one. All right.
All right, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. So let me get to the next hand. All right, Simply Unique. Okay, go ahead and unmute.
Hi, I was trying to change my name on Zoom, but it wouldn't allow me to. But
That's
hi,
all good.
I'm Barika. So I love I've seen some of your other videos and I love them. I was watching your video from last week, and I think a lady was starting to get into the question that I had is more of the entry points. Because like how you can have, let's say you have the arrow, but it's like a huge candle. Would you still enter in on that candle, or that's what I was wondering, because I was waiting for that question to come up last week and nobody didn't ask, and I'm like, for real?
I don't
So
play
anyway,
with.
that's my question.
Very good question. See, this is again why I love teaching the classes. I have been saying for the longest, and my students know this, I've been saying this for years. Truth be told, The Forex market, the painful journey I went through was so painful. Honest to God, it was so painful until I have no passion for the Forex market. I understand it. I know it, but I have zero passion for it. The thing that keeps me tied passionately to the Forex market is my ability to teach these classes. If it wasn't for these classes, I'll probably go find something else to do. I'm not a thrilled person anymore. This is why I'm teaching these classes, because I don't want y'all losing your passion for it. Because at least now you got somebody who at least cares enough to come and teach you what they know. Am I an expert at all things with it? No, I'm just coming back as a current student of the market. I'm still a student of the market, but I'm coming back as a student of the market who's a couple of steps ahead and giving you guys the cheat code. So when the time for the professor to give you your test, hey, Uncle P gave me some of these answers. You know what I'm saying? And that gives you a better chance to pass the test of being profitable in the markets. But this thing here, no, sis. One of the things is I have learned, stop chasing them big candles. You know why? Them big candles, it's news event candles. Let me show you an example. Watch this. It's right here in our face. Let me show you one. Here's the big candles. See this? You see that? You see that? That loser? Oh, dang. Okay. Well, anyway, let me show y'all this. Look at this. See, these are news event candles. You get to chasing these things. What happens? It peaks out and then drops back on you. So by the time you get in, it's ready to now pull back. And if you're using them tight butt stop losses that I warn y'all not to use, what happened to you? You jumped in. Did you win or did you lose? You tell me. What happened to you? I don't touch them. Go ahead and click back in. Raise your hand again, sis. I don't chase big candles. That's news event candles. I don't chase them because I know they're going to stop at some point. And those who think about it like this. Watch this. Okay, yeah, there you go. Watch this. Y'all understand this concept. Watch this concept. Oh, this is going to be smooth as butter. Okay, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, watch this.
Yeah, news candles have kicked my butt before, so.
I'll teach you why. Watch here. This is so cool. Watch this. Here's the reason why. Think about it. Okay, so now let's say that's AUD Swiss. Okay, let's go to AUD Swiss. All right, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Half and half. Didn't I tell you about that half and half? Look at this. That thing just sat, and then boom, it just took off 48 pips. May have doing, but boom. See, so either way it goes, you did good on this one, right? Right? Okay, watch this. Let's go back. Watch what happened. That's great for there. But would I go ahead and do no, let me tell you why. If you just made a quick 40 or 50 pips, notice what I said. It didn't trend and coast into it. It happened momentarily. And it just boom, boom. Okay. Quick 40, 50 pips. Would you keep on hanging on? Would you hurry up and take your money? What do you think most traders?
No, I started taking my money.
What would you do?
Most are going to hang on.
You would take.
Most are going to hang on and see if it'll keep going.
You would take your money. That's what you're saying. Sis?
Oh yeah. Now I take my money.
Like, yeah, you would take your money.
Especially if it's a new big news candle like that. Yeah. Now I would. Yeah.
Let's think. You just made. Let's just say news came out. Boom! You just made 100 pips real quick. Okay, but you're gonna sit and hope for 300, or would you just take the 100 and run real quick?
Take the 100.
Thank you, sis. You got it. Now watch this. This is critically important. The average retail trader doesn't know that investors, once they make that fast money like that, they're going to exit their position quickly. Just as fast as they made that money is as fast as they're going to take their money. Why? Because that was some quick money happened real quick. And you'll see this right after news events, real quick money. Okay. Once that happens, the average retail trader is still trying to get in thinking the trend is friend. It is not your friend. Don't touch it. Why? Because guess what? By the time you get in, it may cough up a few extra pips, and then you thinking it's going to keep on going. And look what happened. This thing, let's just say you got in on this candle, which is the average thing, because they look for the close of this candle. They were taught, look for the close of this candle. And okay, and they did. And then look at this one. It opened right here where this one left off. Okay, reading the candles. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Except for on this news, that's a fool move. Watch this. Watch what happen. So this thing shot up about another 9 pips and then dropped back by 30.
Mhm.
Now you missed because you got in, it went up a few pips, you walk away, by the time you come back from restroom break or grabbing you some lunch, you see you upside down. Well, why? Because you never should have chased it. I don't chase big candles. In my years of teaching, I have always said for the longest, for me, small candles are king. Small candles. I love small candles.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you why small candles are king to me. Okay. Because I can trust them. The only downside to small candles is that the price action is moving very slowly. Okay. It's moving slowly, but at least I know where you're going. So you have to ask yourself, do you want the action, the bad boy candles, or do you want the consistent ones who's just boring, but they make you money? Which ones would you prefer? That's the question.
That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good
So people who
question.
chase these big candles,
So for your,
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead, no, go ahead, and then I'll add it afterwards.
No, you go first, sis.
Because I was gonna ask for your new system, because like one of the ones that came up on the screen where the arrow painted, it was like a huge candle, and I was like, typically I wouldn't enter where that was. So I was wondering, like, when there's a big candle like that, when would you enter? Like in this one, it's not too far off, but like, let's say that was a huge candle that the arrow painted on, when would you actually enter?
I wouldn't. I'll go look for another pair.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
gotcha.
mess with them, sis, because you're too volatile and I can't trust you. I can't trust you.
Mhm.
Too hyperactive. And therefore, that means I'm going to be scared that at any given time that you can hit me with a stop. This is why I'm never, even with this system, you will hear me consistently say, shrink the candle so you can see the ocean motion. Okay. When the candles are too big, it makes me scared. Okay. So I like it tight. Okay. And either by dragging this to thin them out, or I'm going to raise up this to thin it out. See, now when I'm seeing that this thin, is there any fear in it? No, ain't no fear. I'm cool. See, I need to trade calmly. So if I'm dealing with candles that's just spiking all the time, I don't want to be bothered with you. Now, there will be some times where every once in a while there's a news event here or there, which is what you're asking about. What do you do with then? I would just simply let that news event go, wait several hours or even a day, make sure it calms back down. And if I still see a setup then I would consider entering. But to enter right away, no, I never would, because I know what happens. If people are making big, quick money, especially big institutions who's trading millions of dollars, and then they were just able to, just imagine you traded $1 million and then you just made 2 million within a matter of no time like that. Would you sit there and wait? No, you're going to snatch that money for your investors and run on down the road and say, thank you, Jesus. So that means by the time the average retail trader is trying to chase those big candles, the big institutions who move that kind of money are already pulled out. That means the market is going to retrace against it right at the time you're trying to get in. I don't want to have anything to do with that. Nothing. I only look
That
for.
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's why I'm explaining the philosophy behind it, not just don't do it. I'm explaining the concept so that it'll make sense why we shouldn't be doing it. And again, this is one of those things I'm telling you, retail traders are never being taught. So we're chasing these big candles because we're looking for quick price action. I want price action. You're doing the wrong thing, because that's the ones that's too volatile that can take you out of the game. And it has been taking the retail traders out. As I said, whether you like me or not, we're all in the same space. We're in the retail traders, and they have no respect for us, and they know what we do. And it's tearing our accounts up. So sis, no, I don't fool with it. There was a lot of trade setups I seen even with this system, and I didn't take any of them because I don't know what was going to happen. I don't want to gamble. I'm not here to gamble. I'm here to make income. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. That definitely answered my question. Thank you so much. Also, there was one guy in the chat who said he was at work, so he couldn't unmute. So Terrence, I think was his name.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So nobody else type in the chat. Terrence, go ahead and type your question so that I can see it. Type it in the group so I can see it in the main group, because I can't see private messages. I can't see it from my end. So just type in the group and I'll try to address your question, sir. Okay. In the meantime, let me go ahead and go to the next person. Let's go to David. Go ahead, David, go ahead and unmute.
Oh, hey, Uncle P, how you doing?
All right, I'm doing all right. How are you, sir?
I have two questions. The first question I had is with the scanner.
Mhm.
Because I'm gone a lot, I have my scanner, all of my scanners of your other systems like Sexy, that's on a VPS.
Okay.
And I noticed that when I put the scanner on my VPS, I don't get the signal. So do they have to be on the same platform with the chart?
No, that means your VPS is interfering.
Okay.
But
But I
that
can't, yeah.
say about some brokers. When we design the indicators, there's hundreds of brokers and hundreds of VPSs out there, and some of them are not receiving the information that's being given. And so whatever encryptions, because a lot of them try to encrypt information, and the encryption process takes out some of the data that is necessary for the communication to take place on these systems, which is completely out of our control. So that's why sometimes you'll see somebody who has our systems on a regular computer and it's working perfectly fine. As soon as they put it on their favorite VPS, all of a sudden it ain't working. So if it was working on your computer, but now it ain't working on the VPS, is it our system or is it the VPS that's interfering? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. So
It
works on the when I have it on the system, but if I'm away, if I cut my system off, it don't work. At least the scanner doesn't.
Yeah, you can't leave it on because it's like it's always the crypto I'm sorry, not the crypto market. The currency market is running 24 hours a day, so it's constantly scanning that market 24 hours a day. And when it finds the appropriate setup, then it will send it to you. So if you turn it off, your computer off, you just turn the system off from being able to have access to scan it. Let me help you with this though. I want everybody to hear me real good. Okay. Everybody hear me really, really good. I've been saying this the whole time. Okay. What do Uncle P do? I am so sick and tired of chasing charts. Sir, honest to God, I only look at the charts for these one time a day. And that's between 9:30 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if I'm going to be using the Ocean Wave. Okay. I only look at it one time a day. All that other stuff, I don't care nothing about it.
Is that even on Sundays? Is that the 10 o'clock Sunday thing?
Absolutely. Go through my tutorials. This is why I was telling people, make absolutely sure before you put the system on your charts, go through my tutorials, because then it will make complete sense as to why I do some of the things I do. It will make complete sense why I was telling you guys the whole time, scanner or no scanner. The scanner was just really a bonus blessing for you guys, but it's not necessary because I don't really ever use my scanner. It's not necessary. If I want to use it because I'm waiting on something specific and then I'm gone, then yeah. But if not, then I don't really need it because I'm only checking the charts one time a day. And I'm looking for something very specific. And when I find it, then I take that trade at that time. But if not, then I don't look at these charts. I don't need to. I don't need to be in trades all day long. And the more scans you get and alerts, you're constantly on the charts, constantly on the charts, constantly on the charts. So realistically, no, you don't. It's a blessing. That's we always give extra. When I build trading systems, I always want to give you guys extra. But is it necessary? It's not necessary. It can help you, but is it necessary? No. So in cases like yours, if you have to be away, then only one time a day, bro. Do the same thing I'm doing. Around 9:30, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Boom, that's why I'm looking. Go through the tutorials and you'll understand the concept why.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. That's it. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All day long. I got you, brother. I got you. I got you. One of the goals for me is to help you guys to trade less and with more peace of mind. Let me ask this question before I go to the next thing. And Raj, I got you next. How many of you guys, if you were being totally honest with me, that trading has really stressed you out? Type 200 in the box. If you really come, just be honest with me. Integrity. Integrity means you're telling the truth. What you say, what you think, and what you do all lines up. Tell the truth. Are you stressed out? Have trading stressed you the heck out? Be honest. Don't lie. It started off fun, but now it has literally somewhat, and you don't tell this to people. See, this is why I'm doing these classes, because people don't talk about this. And I really do care. And part of what happens to you, you come in with excitement and you end up so freaking stressed out, but with clinging on to the hope that one day you're going to make it. And so therefore, this thing has, without you telling your family members, friends, or your husband, boyfriend, significant other, whatever, you ain't told them. But the truth is, this thing is starting to take over your life. Am I telling the truth? And nobody's saying nothing. This is sickening. It's sickening to me. I wish I had 1,000 traders on right now. That's why I said, whether you purchase anything from me or not, I beg you, get more people in this room. Every Wednesday, I'm going to be here to help teach you, whether you're part of Super Easy or not. Why? Because you need help. Why do you think I came up with that term market addiction? Because it happened to me. I was trying to succeed so hard, not realizing a very important component of the story was completely missing, and not a single one of the mentors taught me. And here I am on this hamster wheel, trying, frustrated. Some of y'all dealing with depression because of this. And it was terrible. And you want to quit. You even tell yourself you're going to quit, but here you go, you're back at it again. Problem is you're back at it again with bad information. The same bad information that was missing the first time, you still wasn't given. So when you decide to come out of retirement and try it again, you still keep falling flat. Why? Because this is what you were supposed to have been taught. And nobody was teaching it to you, loved one. That's painful. It's very painful. I know what it feels like. So do me a favor, whether you buy something or not, that's cool, that's your business, but at least come for my free classes so I can try to be a blessing to you. At this stage, and I told that guy in the interview, you're going to hear all this in the interview, because he was asking me about possessions. I done had houses and cars and stuff like that, and I know how quickly that stuff can flee from you. But the one thing at this stage and age of my life, I have to make a difference in other people's lives, or else it was all for nothing. If I don't help change a person's life, it's for nothing. Because of buying another car and another house and some bougie shoes and some bougie shirts with somebody else's name on it, it ain't going to change and make me worth nothing more. God ain't going to tell me, well done with your shopping, brother, when it's time for me to go home to the pearly gates. What did you do with your life? Oh, I bought a Lambo, and I bought me this, and I bought me some Gucci, and I bought me some Louis, and I bought me... Okay, that's good, but did you help change anybody else's life along the way? Or was it all about you? And I refuse to hang my head and say, no, I made it all about me. I wanted to buy this stuff so people can look at me and give me glory. Look at him. And I ain't against buying nice stuff, because I'm going to do it. But I don't want that to be the only thing my life is about. I'd rather enjoy those things, knowing that not only did I enjoy it, but I reached back to help other people to get there too. So instead of having people envious of what I have, we're all celebrating because we all can do it together as a group of retail traders. Amen, if that makes sense to you. And when you start thinking like this, that's why God will open up your mind and give you wisdom to see things that other people didn't see, because you ain't making it all about you. I don't think I'll be sitting in this chair being able to teach you nothing if I didn't have the right mindset where God said, I can trust you. Yeah, you're going to get some of this blessing, but guess what? You're going to still try to help others. So let me give you knowledge, because I know the moment I give you some knowledge, you can't shut your mouth and you're going to spill it over to my other children who are suffering in this Forex space. You're going to bless them, because the more I teach you, the more you teach them. So no wonder God is helping me to understand the markets in a way that the average person ain't teaching, because it's not about me. It's about me reaching back to help you. And he know he can trust me to have your good in mind. That's why I'm not going to ever teach and charge a class for teaching it. You'll have to buy my tools that we use. But as far as the class, no, you just come on and bring any trading family you want, because I'm here we're all retail traders. I told you earlier, and I'll say it again. Let me get to these hands. The retail space is abused because the institutions, the banks, and the market makers, they all work together sometimes. They all understand each other. They understand each other, how they flow. They understand how they do their thing. But the average retail trader is completely locked out of that information. They're locked out, and you're suffering, and your family's suffering. So for the first time, you got a space where you can come here every Wednesday and I'll teach you what I know. And again, I'm still a student. So I ain't telling you I'm an expert at all things. I'm just telling you things that has been revealed. Revelation means revealed information. God is helping me to be revealed to certain aspects of this market. And I'm just sharing it with you. So again, number one, if this is your first time, now you understand, don't you dare touch them markets if you're supply and demand's own support and resistance. You're a reversal trader, partner. And the market don't want to have nothing to do with you until around midweek. You may catch one-offs here or there, and that's the enticing part, because you catch one on a Monday or Sunday every once in a while, and now you think it's a normal thing, and they suck at you. They got you. They got you. Now you're addicted because you think you got to trade every day. Now you understand, if I'm going to be a reversal trader, I only need to start looking a couple of days a week, midweek. So that means I got my weekend back. I just gave you your whole family's weekend back. Don't even worry about marking up charts. It's a waste of time. If you're a trend trader, now you want to switch to something like this, because look what happened. You can see it even with this. When did it peak out? Boom. Peaked out when? Today, midweek. Half and half trade. You would have entered here, patient, and boom, you got your pips. Right here. See? That was another 34 added to the collection. 3 minutes worth of work. Not even 3 minutes, really, because you could have just, right click, took the trade for a buy. And I'm just going to show you an example. Okay. Take the trade for a buy, put your stop loss. How long did that take? Not even 1 minute. So for 1 minute worth of work, 34 pips with a standard lot, how much is that? That's $340 that you made in just a couple of days for less than 1 minute worth of work, because you knew the direction. Now you know. You ain't getting played. But truth is, here it is. Watch this. You would have got in here and you could have did your 1-to-1 right there. 40 pips. Get out. In and out. Stop goes here. That wouldn't have been about 36 pips. Right there. Right there. Right about there. Same day. 1 day trade. $300-something. In and out. There you go. Why? Because you knew it's trending. Trend day. So you took the trend. Boom. Made your money. You're out. Simple. Okay. All right. Let me get to these last hands and we've got to go. Ross, go ahead. Raj.
Hello, Uncle P. Greetings from the UK.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, Uncle P. How's your family? Everyone good?
Yes. Yes.
Uncle P, I'm just really just going to give you compliments because I've been using the system this week. I had a couple of challenges. I wasn't able to get alerts through the broker that I was using, but your customer service was just on it, and they were very, very quick to give me feedback on where you were heading, and I eventually got alerts. So I'm pleased with that. But you are totally right. You don't need the alerts, Uncle P. What I do now, I mean, I used to be a scalper, so, I want to call myself a trend trader. And I think only after, using this for a few days, I feel that making that transition is going to be much simpler using this system. And it is really that multi-time frame indicator. That is all I look at. And I just follow the tutorial steps. I flip between the M30 and the H1. and then I pick my trades and I close out during just basically at the end of the US session. So I pick my pips. I have some losses, but overall, I'm in very, very healthy profits. So I just want to give you lots of thanks, Uncle P. You've done it once again, and congratulations.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Guys, let me say something. I had a conversation with my wife yesterday, and I told her that, and thank you for bringing that up, by the way. I told her it is imperative. Now, unless you get an email, which we'll let you know, because we have a auto response to your email when it comes in to let you know, hey, it's during these market hours and during our work hours. But typically, even after hours, one of us is monitoring the email box. And the reason why I did that, and we're trying to get back to you guys so quickly, is simply for this one reason. How many times have you bought indicators from people and then you send them a support email asking them questions and they take days before they even think about getting back to you, if they even do? And I said, in this line of business, there is very little integrity. Even after the sale has been completed, they really don't want to have nothing to do with you, some of them. So they take their sweet time ever responding. Us, it's imperative we try to get back to you as fast as we can. Now, sometimes we're out of the office because we're dealing with family matters or whatever, but whatever it is, we try to get back to you almost simultaneously, or at least within the first hour, to make sure that you know you're dealing with a trustworthy company. Now, whether we can answer the question or not, we try to do our best, but at least you know we're willing to reach out and not try to hide and disappear afterwards. Because I didn't like that. I really didn't. And it happens all the time. But I said that's part of integrity with our company, and that is not something I want to deal with. Okay. Miss Donna, I think she's still in here, but people love Miss Donna because she responds. She's very helpful. She's been with us for a long time, and she's very helpful. And the only time there's a delay in response is if she has to take care of family matters. Same thing with me, same thing with everybody else. We try to get back to you as quickly as possible so that you know, at least we're dealing with a company that is not trying to hide, that has integrity. Okay, that's important, which is another reason why I'm doing these free classes. Guess what? If you never buy nothing, that's cool, but at least you know we're here for you. Okay. All right, let me get to this next hand and then we got to go. All right, Reg, you're the last one, and then we out. Go ahead and unmute, brother.
How you doing?
All right, what's happening?
All right. Back to the concept of midweek reversal, right? And typically we said Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right?
Yes.
Is it a safe bet to say that it's the most aggressive on Wednesday or no?
Absolutely. That's why I said you're on point, brother. That's why I said you'll see sometimes where it starts to set up on Tuesday and then it really takes off on Wednesday, right? That's exactly the point. Yes, you got that absolutely right.
Okay, so midweek reverse. Okay, so midweek reversal is between Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
And sometimes Friday, because here's what happens.
Okay, all right, hold on a sec. Let's go.
All right.
That's the first time you said that. Friday. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Because most times on Friday, you really need to close up shop and not even worry about trading. Okay, you really don't. But here's what happens. You'll know this. Here's another trick. I'm telling you guys, just keep coming. Okay. I know a lot of things, but until a question is asked, I don't know, you don't always know what to share. But sometimes, you don't think about it. But here's the reason why. Majority of the time, I will always tell you guys, just take off on Fridays, most of the time. But here's what happens. On Fridays, you'll notice with some pairs, they will drag that thing out. And it will hover in the reversal zone and just sit there and sit. Let me see if I can find you a pair real quick. It will just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. Here's a good one. See? Here's a good one right here. All right. See how it just sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there, and they just hold it in this consolidated pattern. And then that's why I told you guys the term, the Friday flush. I call it the Friday flush is because now that at the end of the week, they done exhausted everybody, made everybody sick and tired. A lot of retail traders have already exited out of the trade saying, this thing ain't gonna go nowhere. And then on Friday, right before the weekend closes, guess what? All the big ones, they want to say, let's clear our books. And then boom, you see that big move on Friday. That's the Friday flush. So you'll see that sometimes. So if you're in a good, like this, if you ever catch yourself, everybody snapshot this, let me make this bigger. If it's in that zone, just leave it alone. Just sit and be patient. They know the average retail trader is not patient. So guess what? It'll hit this level, then it'll shoot up a little bit, and then you can just take your pips and run. That's what I would do if you ain't got no patience. Like here, okay? See how many candles need to touch the bottom before we say it's a legit?
2
Or more. Here's the second.
more.
See it.
1, 2, and that's it.
That's correct. Look at this. So right here, let's just say, assume you got in right here. Boom, that was a quick 40 pips. Take your money and run. That's fine. What it do? It just sat right there in this range. And that's what it does. Watch this though. See, watch this, Rich. Watch this. This is so cool. I'm telling you, the mind games that goes on in this arena is just no wonder people are emotionally exhausted. The games they play is ridiculous. All right. So it's sat in this range. But now if I expand this back out, look what happened.
Breakout.
You got
It broke out of that cool zone, if you will, because I like that setup. How you have the green, how you got the green buy area and the purple hot zone. But the thing is, my support dots are blue, so I kind of have it set up so that if it's in the because green, blue, and purple are mostly called cool colors. So the cool zone is the buy area. But if you go up, but I see you got red and yellow. My what's it called? My hot zone area where you got purple up here with the red, yellow. Mine is orange, and that's called the warm zone. I say, you know what? If it's a warm zone, it's a sell. If it's a cool zone, it's a buy.
Yeah. But here's the point. Notice how this thing just sat there in this range. And then all of a sudden, when the average retail trader is exhausted, this thing broke out for another 74 pips because we're tired saying, man, this thing ain't going to go nowhere. And it did. And notice it did the same thing here. Just hovered on support. And then all of a sudden, Friday flush, it breaks out.
Okay, so
that's why.
So we can expect something to happen on Friday with regard to midweek reversal.
Yes, if it's been sitting in that range for quite a long time. It's just, all right, write this in y'all's notes, okay? If it's been sitting in that range for a long time, then it's just a matter of time before it breaks out.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say that again. If it's been sitting in that range for a very long time, then it's just a matter of time before it breaks out of there, okay? See, what happens is with us, we are so impatient, okay? And I think it was Roz who said that he used to be a scalper, okay? And I've been teaching, you've been with me for a while. I've been teaching this for a long time, okay? Hold on one second. All right, here's what I've been teaching for a long time. Somebody got a question, I'll answer that. Rob, I'll answer your question in a moment, Terry. I'll answer your question in a moment, okay? So here's the point. So the average retail trader comes to this market with a scalper's mentality. Do you think banks and institutions have a scalper's mentality? Yes or no?
No.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's what I'm trying to tell us. As a retail group, when are we going to wake up to this? If you're trying to beat the market maker, but they're not playing the game you're playing, no wonder the average retail trader never wins a dime, because you're playing with impatience. That's what scalping is, which nothing's wrong with that if you're good at it. If you can master it, cool. And what's going to help you guys with that is now get this. And now when you're taking trades off the 5 minute, okay, I can take a trade off the 5 minute or even the 1 minute. See, if I was to literally take a trade looking at this, would I be willing to take this trade right here? Yes or no? Look at this.
I say yes.
Yes, absolutely. It's a half and half. So yeah, I wouldn't mind taking this one. Why? Because now I know, and look at what I'm doing. I'm thinning out the charts, so it's not causing me fear. So if I was to take this trade right here, yeah, I ain't tripping. If it wins, it wins. It don't, it don't. I ain't tripping. No big deal. Okay, I ain't tripping. Why? Because at least I know I'm what? Trading in the same direction as the half and half. Okay, it follows the rules of the half and half. So therefore, okay, 24 pips here, set this for 24 pips, and I'll leave it alone. I'm not afraid because at least I know I'm trading in the same direction. You get what I'm saying? As the others. And no, this does not function like the Too Easy system. Somebody asked that question. Is this just like Too Easy? No, you can add Too Easy to it to reinforce, but this actually reads data differently from the Too Easy system. It's not the same. Okay, so at least I feel comfort that I'm trading with the half and half direction. So yeah, I'm cool with this one. I'm all right. See, so I can scalp now, but the truth of the matter is what's even better? Trading from the higher the time frame, the more comfort because it absorbs news events. Plus, I know that the banks and institutions are trading on those higher time frame levels. So if I'm going to play in their game with the big boys, I need to start seeing the charts the way the big boys do.
Okay. And the last thing, we said midweek reversal is the most aggressive on Wednesday, and then Thursday, could it be like I'm gonna finish you off or something like that, or maybe not?
It just, some pairs are going. Sometimes some pairs may do it a little bit early on Tuesday. A lot of them may do it on Wednesday if you find them. Like this week, as you can see, this is like the first week we haven't seen too many. Majority of the time, we find plenty of them, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, but this week it wasn't, and that's okay. That's the whole point. You can't make the market do what you want. Some days it's going to have, some weeks it's going to have midweek reversal, some not. I'm going to tell you why, in my opinion, why a lot of them didn't. Because they didn't know what the inflation numbers was going to come out as. That's why I kept warning you guys, be careful trading. Because they slow up trading until they get that data. Then the markets resume where it needs to go. So now that has passed, yeah, that's cool. So either way it goes, for me, I just know that if the market is going to do midweek reversals, then all right, let me start switching over to this trading system and start looking for them. Midweek reversal. Now, whenever it pops out, it pops. My job is to find the location, set the trade, and then sit back and relax and not have the scalper's mentality. That's the whole point. Because it could play out in a day, but it can play out in 3 days. How do I know? We don't know. So just like this here, see, it took several days before it played out, but did it play out? It sure did. Perfectly. And we know this setup. We've been there, you've been there, you know what this setup looked like. All day long when you see something gathering like this. Shoot, matter of fact, this reinforced me to really go hard in the paint. Because if you constantly trying to break this zone and you can't go through and you've been trying for, and this is the 4 hour, and you've been trying for several days and you still can't, you ain't got nowhere else to go but where?
But up.
And I just have to sit on my hands and be patient. But the scalper's mentality will cause you to interfere with the trade, saying, it's taking too long, it's taking too long. By whose standard? By your retail mind or by the banks and institutions' mind? Because in the banks and institutions' mind, if they made 72 pips and they have millions of dollars on this trade and they made 72 pips and all they had to do is wait a couple of days, who's happy? The retail trader or the banks?
Banks.
Then gather their thinking process. That's what I'm trying to teach us. Get their thinking process, and we got to snap out of this impatience thinking the market is running on our timing. That's why we have never been successful. The banks and institutions and big players, they understand the market's timing, and they play with the market. That's why they're making the money and we're not. That make sense?
Yes, it does. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you.
Let me get this last hand. I got to take this hand. This Miss Donna. Everybody type a 25 in the box and say hi to Miss Donna. This our admin.
Hey guys.
Hey Donna, what's happening?
Hey. I got one question.
Sure.
So I know when we do the on the super easy, on the simplicity and the sexy analyst, you go back to the 4 hour, and that's when you're set. You like say you even just took a trade on the 15-minute, but you go back to the 4 hour to set your take profit and your stop loss. Now with the ocean wave, like I noticed you manage it on the same time frame. Is that correct? So if you took it on the 30, you're putting your stop loss on the 30, not going to the 4 hour?
No, totally different concepts. Totally different. So
right, you are doing it on the same time frame, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So unless, like, for an example, let's just say on the, let me go to a pair. All right. Ooh, see? Oh. See, if it wasn't for the news event, I already would have been in this one. Okay, I like this one. This is what I like. I like when it retests and flattens out. Ooh, I just love it. All right. So, oh boy, yes, and Lord have mercy. I love this. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on. So I love this when it flattens out. I told you guys this in the tutorials. See that little flattens out. What they're doing, they're faking the buyers coming buy, and then all of a sudden they drop it down on them. Okay. I love that pattern. Oh my God, I love that pattern. So let's just say, for an example, that if I was to take a trade on this one, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, watch this. And that's a great question. I'm gonna take a trade. Boom, I'm in this trade. And I'll use the first wave to put my stop loss above it, okay? This first wave is gonna give me a very comfortable bit of room, which is 100 pips or so, which is perfectly normal if you're going to trade like the banks and districts. They never use tight stop loss. Never. Okay. I can always move this stop down if I want to, but let's just say you feel uncomfortable with that big of a stop and you're on the 1 hour. You can always go back to another time frame that you feel a little more comfortable, and you say, okay, that's a little bit too far, and you can bump it down a little bit. I wouldn't bump it down too much, but do you see why I can do everything on one? Because if
Right.
you come back in spikes, you're going to wish that you listened to your uncle and said, you know what, let me keep it out of the way. Why? Because I know this is the first wave below price action. It retested. And if you keep trying to go down to these lower time frames, trying to minimize your stop, you might as well not waste your time with it, because again, they can do this, see?
Mm-hmm.
And you would have got stopped out. So if you would have been on the 15 minutes saying, okay, I got an error on the 15 minute, I'm gonna, you know, right here, I got an error on the 15 minute, I'm gonna put my stop right above the error on the 15 minute. And look what happened. News came out, they stopped you out, and now it's going right back down. So that's the reason why, like if I'm on the 30, then I see this is where the thing is, then I want to use at least the next two up. Okay. If you don't want to, that gives me like 83 pips. Can I move this stop as price action is drifting down? I can do that all day long, which is
Right.
what I also love what this system says. Because look, let's just say you got in this trade right here. It came down, look, retested the wave, and then dropped. If my stop was up here above this arrow, I can move it down to this level. And as it's going down further, I keep using these waves as my stop loss levels. It's already pre-built into the wave. So now I can just keep moving this down. And look, I could have been in this trade a long time ago, right? And look how far this thing then drifted. And look, I'm already profitable. Why? Because reversal time is over. See, it's over.
Beautiful.
See, look at this. You would already, from here to here, on this one trade alone, you would have been up 118 pips. And all you would have did with your stop, you would have entered here and then moved your stop on each wave pattern that created itself. It's already pre-built in. So it's visually easy for you to know exactly where you need to be putting your stop. Now, right here, if you would have had to put it right on the line, you would have been stopped out right here. You see that? Because as soon as that poked through, you would have been stopped out right there. But that means you would have caught this trade all the way back here, drifted, and then boom, right here. This is why even if you do move it above, I wouldn't put it directly on the line. I would always use it just a little bit, just in case, because this thing ain't done going down. And look, I just straight literally in front of y'all, I'm already in profit. See? So, but look at where my stop is above. Give it some room. Give it some room. Okay. I can hold it later. That makes sense?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes. Good stuff. And thank you for everything you're doing.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yes. All right, cool. All right, let me answer this one last question and we're done. This is a big question that I see. So people are asking about the affiliate program. Let me tell you, the software that we were using for the affiliate program, it just wasn't working out. So that's what I was like, why am I going to keep paying you guys if you're not going to do, you know, if the software ain't working out like it should? So what we can do in the meantime, you guys, if you have a referral, make sure to document your conversation with them, whether it's a text message or I prefer to have email, you know, even if it's your best friend and you're referring them to sign up for the Ocean Wave, make sure to have a form of communication that we can verify. And it needs to have a timestamp so we know that you referred them not after they purchased, but before they did, so that they heard it from you. And once you send that in, I'll still honor it. It's not a big deal to me. It's not a big deal. I ain't tripping. Okay. So all you have to do. So for an example, Derek and who else asked that? And by the way, for the Ocean Wave, the referral fee is $100. So, and we'll pay it out immediately. Okay, we'll pay it out as soon as the referral comes in. We just have to do our verification because some people was trying to slick us. So I'm telling you, it was, oh my God, that scams. Oh my God, people will sit there and try to call you a scammer, and the number of scams that we deal with is just ridiculous. And Donna, you know I'm right. Oh my God, people try to scam us all the time. Just always trying to find a way to break rules. Okay. So again, if you want to refer somebody, so let's just say, Derek, you're referring me, and we sitting chopping it up during lunch. Okay. Say, hey, P, send me a text message or an email saying that we talked about it, so that once you sign up, then there we go. Okay. And you ain't even got to tell them, you can just say, hey man, hit me up later. I'm going to text you this information to the website and hit me back when you signed up. And once they send that sign up, then just send that over and say, hey, here's a referral person, and we can easily verify when they signed up, and we can see the timestamp from your communication. Again, right there, we'll give you the $100 referral fee. It's not a big deal. Okay. Was that helpful? I think Derek asked and somebody else asked, but that's the reason why we took down the referral program. The software wasn't working out for us. Okay. It was too many complications. So it's just easier to do it that way. But yeah, we still give out $100 referral fee for the Ocean Wave. Now, I won't do it for simplicity anymore. Why? Okay, I'll tell you why. Because I've still got the discount code for simplicity for you to get it half off. So since there's not that much meat on the bone, because we use the rest, to tithe and pay taxes out of that, when it's not enough meat on the bone to give that kind of referral fee. But since the Ocean Wave is still regular price, then we do have the margin to be able to give the referral fee. Okay, everybody good on that? Type of 30, if that made sense. Yeah, so if you want simplicity system, I still have the discount code for that, and you can get it for half off. Okay, half off. Okay. Look at this. I'm already in profit. Ocean Wave. Why? Because trend session is a reversal session is over. The market is now trying to go back into its trend. The trend is now, my friend. Live in front of y'all. So live in front of y'all. So don't be telling me, Uncle P, is he photoshopping his trades? No, I ain't photoshopping. Now this one, the lower indicator is kind of choppy. So let's check this. 15-minute price action is heading down. So that's still legit. 4-hour, let's check and see if the price action is below the neutral zone. And yes, it is. So therefore, yes, this is still downward. It's telling you I'm heading down, down. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end class for this week, and I will see you guys next week. For those who are in the Simplicity group, one of the benefits is always the recording is saved and it goes to you guys. If you're not in the Simplicity group, I'm sorry, you can attend the live classes, but some things I just can't give to you just specifically for them. This is why take advantage of that discount, that 50% off. Go ahead and get the Simplicity system as well, and then you'll be able to get access to our private groups and all that other stuff that comes with it as well. All right, you guys, be blessed, and I will see you guys on next Wednesday. Again, do me the favor and tell far more retail traders. I want to have at least 500 retail traders in here every week so that at least they're being taught correct information. Even if they never buy anything from us, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I think, let me say this to you guys, one more thing. Hear me out. You guys who's tuning in on YouTube, I want you to hear what I've got to say. Another reason why I was okay with agreeing to this. Unfortunately, there are some wicked people who's in power, and there's some things that's escalating very, very quickly. I don't talk about this stuff because I don't want to come up missing. But there's some bad stuff on the way. Very bad stuff. And it's right like we're before the storm. And so you need to get your act together. I'm not against having nice things. And let me hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. I want to make sure that anybody see my screen? Do y'all see my screen? Good. I don't want y'all seeing my screen. I want you to see my face because I got to tell y'all this. Okay. Hopefully you can't see my screen. I don't want to screen share. Let me do this. Let me see something. Give me a second. Okay. All right, cool. Hear me good. I'm not Nostradamus. I'm not a prophet. I'm not any of those things. I'm just a black guy with a baseball hat. But I'm a black guy with a baseball hat who gets information sometimes. And when I get too much of it, it makes me nervous. And I've been very nervous because I know that bad stuff is on the way. And the truth is, a lot of you guys are feeling it too. You just don't know what it is, but you know something bad is on this way. You can see the signs. You know, you just know. You know some bad stuff. You just don't know what, and you don't know how to prepare. And that bothers me. And so at least if there's a nest egg of where you can get additional income to take care of your family, then we have a very small window to get our act together. Okay? We have a very small window. And therefore, let me help you with this particular journey if this is the way to go for you. It may not be for you. You may say, you know what, it's cool, but this is not for me. That's fine. But at least you can make a good decision based off of good information that you're being taught. And at least the average person who struggles working a 9 to 5 or whatever you're trying to do to make ends meet for your family, at least you're not now left in the dark because nobody's teaching you what you really needed to know, and ain't nobody saying nothing to you. At least now you're being made aware of how this game is to be played if you're going to play it. Because we have a very short window. And I'm very sad for everybody. I'm very sad. So, yeah, bring your friends, bring your family, bring whoever. I don't even care. It ain't that big of a deal. Do they have to buy anything? No, they don't. All they have to do is just be willing to be taught and be friendly. If you have a nasty attitude, you want to come in here and act a fool, okay, then you'll just be blocked. Never again will I deal with you. Because again, I'm not your enemy. And I'm not saying I'm the perfectionist of this. I'm just a fellow student like you who's in a higher class. You may be in the 9th grade. I may be in the 12th grade as far as when it comes to the education of this. I may be considered in my first year in college when it comes to these markets. You may just have entered, middle school. So it's not like I'm better than you. It's just that I'm a few grades higher than you. And I'm coming back to kind of coach you to help you get to the next grade levels quicker than you would have had you continued on the path you were on where nobody was teaching you about the markets themselves. But that's what's holding you up. It ain't your strategy. Some of you guys are brilliant strategists. Some of you are brilliant tacticians, technical analysts. You can mark up charts very well. Problem is you was applying it on the wrong day. Now, at least for the first time, you know. So I want you to keep coming back so that I can continue to teach you what I know. And by the way, there's plenty more that I'm going to learn because I even signed up for some additional classes from those who are further ahead than me. I've already enrolled and started studying some more. So as I learn more of that, I'm going to be bringing that to you as well. I'm not going to hide nothing from you. I have no reason to. You're not my enemy. You're not my enemy. You're my family. We're retail traders and we're a family, whether you like each other or not. It is what it is. So just come to get what you can from me. Don't have to like me. I didn't ask for you to like me. That's why I don't have a personal social media page. I'm not here for a person to click the like button on me. My mission is to be a blessing to people. And if it's a blessing to you, then you'll come back and tell others. If not, then all right, keep it moving. That's cool. It ain't no big deal. Ain't no love lost. Because why? We're still retail traders. We're a family, a disrespected group at that. We have no respect in the community of the bigger institutions and banks. They think we're a joke. Your brokers think we're a joke. Everybody think we're a joke. We're nobody to them, but we're somebody to each other. And you're somebody to me. I know what it's like to suffer. Type amen if y'all understand what I'm saying. This is not a joke to me. This is not a joke to me. And there's some bad stuff on its way. So when you come to class, come serious, come willing to learn, or don't come at all. Because I'm only here for those who are willing to learn. And I didn't ask you to pay me nothing. My time is free to you. Now, if you want our trading systems, the Ocean Wave Trade System, go to oceanwavetrade.com and you can get that one. Or if you want the simplicity, go to superezforex.com. You can buy those and then you can have the same trading systems we do. Or if you want our signal service, great, sign up for the signal service. We do offer those services. That's fine. But if you decide you don't want any of it, that's fine with me too. It's fine. I'm okay. But at least I know I helped you. And that extra $100 that you keep putting into your account and blowing it, at least that's $100 you can now keep in your account and save it and use it for your family instead of giving it to the market makers and the brokers. Type amen if you know that's true. If nothing else, at least you now know that your strategy ain't going to work, not because you're a bad trader. It's just because the markets is just tearing your behind up because nobody taught you this. So even if this week you just say, you know what, until I understand the motion of the markets, like he's talking about, I think I'm going to hold off on trading. Well, God bless you, because guess what? How many times have you refilled your broker account? And all of them know that you're going to fail. They knew it before you took the trade. They knew it because they know you didn't know this stuff. So if that is the case, and I just saved you $100, guess what? Your wife or a significant other, guess what? You can take that money and spend and take them out on a date, because at least you ain't giving it to them, the market makers. Because you know they've been playing you now. And that's why I like staying hidden. I don't want to put myself out too far. Just within the retail space, I'm fine. But to branch out and go big, and only if God calls me to. Why? Because now I'm spilling to the retail space what the institutions knew the whole time. And I don't want to come up missing. I like my quiet life. So there's a lot of things I know, but I won't ever share here. People are coming up missing now. Talking about whistleblowing. I ain't trying to be no whistleblower. I just want to come in here and teach you all about these charts. But outside of that, I'm trying to live. All right. Please give me an amen and then we're done. I'm out. They are killing people for running their mouths. No, Uncle P ain't got nothing. No, I'm good. I warn you that something's on its way, but what? Somebody might have to be in here, share the recording. I don't know you.